go ahead and give you one more.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, Fox 6.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. We are recording. You can go ahead and begin whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Officer Truman Fitzgerald with the Birmingham Police Department's Public Information Division. And right now, our patrol officers and detectives are investigating a homicide. At around 7:25 p.m., North Precinct officers were dispatched to a person shot call in the 3500 block of RAJ Blvd North. Our officers arrived on scene when they observed an adult male lying unresponsive in a grassy field, and he was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Birmingham Fire and Rescue personnel arrived on the scene and pronounced him deceased. The preliminary investigation has revealed the following. We believe the victim was involved in a domestic disturbance with an adult female who we believe to be his girlfriend. We do believe the adult female shot the victim and may have even been the 911 caller. She remained on the scene and patrol officers detained her. She has since been transported to BPD headquarters. Our homicide detectives will interview her, and at the conclusion of the interview, we will present this case to the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, who will decide if criminal charges should be filed. We have a few unanswered questions right now. One of those is what took place prior to the girlfriend shooting her boyfriend. And also, there was a vehicle behind us, and we want to know, did the disturbance happen inside the vehicle, outside, a combination of both? And also, how did they end up here in the 3500 block of RAJ Blvd North, which is relatively an industrial area?
And speaking of that vehicle, it looked like I could see maybe some gunshots through one of the windows. Is it known if it was fired into or out of? Is that kind of the question right now police are looking into?
From everything that I've gathered from speaking to our patrol officers, we do not believe the victim was inside the car when he was shot, and we're working to determine if the shooter possibly may have been inside the car when she shot her boyfriend.
At this point, the suspect is in custody, is that correct?
Suspect is detained. Our homicide detectives left about 5 minutes ago. They're en route to BPD headquarters to interview her, and we're going to see what that interview unfolds. And we want to know what happened that led to her shooting and killing her boyfriend this evening.
And the indication that she may have been the one who called police, did she surrender peacefully whenever police arrived on the scene?
She surrendered free of any incident.
Is there anything else about this case that you think would be important right now for the public to know about?
We just want the public to know that domestic violence is real in Alabama. It's even more tangible here in Birmingham. And just specifically narrowing in on this case, this is yet another incident where we've had a person who was involved in a romantic relationship end up losing their life at the hands of their partner.
In terms of all of the homicides or shootings that BPD investigates over the course of a year, on average, how much of that is taken up by domestic disputes, domestic violence, or romantic relationships, as opposed to strangers or altercations between people who aren't involved domestically?
We would say yearly domestic violence accounts almost for double-digit numbers for our homicides. Let us point out, though, this year, this is the fourth case that I can think of where a male has been the victim of a domestic-related homicide. I think a lot of men out here, they don't realize and they think they're immune to this. And fellas, this can happen to you just as it can happen to anyone. And again, this is the fourth case I can think of where a male victim has been shot and killed by their female romantic partner. So we are not immune to this, fellas.
That's all the questions I have, sir.
Thank you, sir.